Okay. Are there any international students here? Like people from different countries? You can raise your hands. Okay, I don't see any people from international. I don't see any people from other countries. So, any people from different from other states? No states. Not from Andhra Pradesh. I see few names. I see few names from north. If you are from the north, you can raise your hands so that I'll know how many of you are from different parts. Okay, okay, okay. You can down your hand, Saima. Okay, my friend has enabled YouTube streaming as well. So if you are not able to join the meeting on Zoom, you can click on the YouTube streaming link. Okay.
Yeah, hello everyone. And then, if you are facing any voice problems or any background issues from Naveen, and if you have any doubts regarding the presentation, so you can raise your hand so that we'll be unmuting you.
Okay, we'll do a Q&A session in the last 15 minutes as well. If you have any doubts, we can probably do that in the last 15 minutes. Okay.
Yes, Naveen, you can start now.
Okay, are there any students to join? I see 60 participants have joined so far. So before I start this, I'll quickly ask you a question like, what is competitive programming? If you have already known the definition, you can unmute yourself and tell me the answer. I want the session to be interactive. Okay, if anyone already know what competitive programming is, you can unmute yourself and tell me the answer. Okay, it seems no one knows the definition of competitive programming. I'll start with the webinar. Okay, what actually is competitive programming? This is how Wikipedia defines it. Like competitive programming is a mind sport usually held over the internet or a local network involving participants trying to program according to provided specifications. I don't, I don't think you all have got this definition. This seems rather vague. Okay, this is how I define it. Competitive programming is about solving the given set of problems with the specified constraints in the given time. What competitive programming basically means is you are given a set of problems and you are supposed to solve it with the given constraints in the given time. This is how I define it. Okay, these are the 5 questions that we're going to be talking about in throughout the webinar. First, we talk about what is competitive programming. We already completed this part and why we should do it. The importance of competitive programming and why should we do it, and how to get started with competitive programming. What are the resources to learn it? How we as the coding club can get you started with competitive programming. Now I will talk about the second question. Why should we do it? This is a basic question that we that we have to answer ourselves every time you start a call, every time you start a task. Okay, this is a basic question that we have to answer. Why should we do it? What's the importance of doing it? What we can get out of it? Like the primary thing, like if you are preparing for technical interviews, I think you will all be preparing for your technical interviews once you are in the 4th year. It will prepare you well for technical interviews. And technical interviews comprise technical rounds where you are asked to solve coding problems, and you have to come up with solutions in a quick time. When you are bounded by time, you have to come up with solutions that are optimal and satisfy the constraints that the interviewer has posed on you. So it will prepare you well for technical interviews. It's a way to practice fast coding. Fast coding here, I mean, by fast coding, I mean you can quickly code up the solution. Like you don't take a whole day to come up with the solution. If you are good at competitive programming, you can easily come up with solution in in like a hour or 2 hours, and you can code up the solution. This is the thing that I should be emphasizing more on. Ratings on platforms like CodeChef and Codeforces demonstrate your problem-solving skills and make your resume stand out for big techs like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, etc. If you are preparing for, if you want to work for product-based companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, I think ratings on CodeChef and Codeforces are a good sign. This explains your demonstration. This explains your problem-solving skills, and they demonstrate your problem-solving ability. Okay, it improves our debugging skills. Debugging skills is more important in software development. Like it's not all about writing the software and you ship it and you assume the software will work. At every now and then we have to debug the software. If it runs into any issues, we have to debug them and find out the answer for that. It improves our debugging skills. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. Well, how to get started with CP? This is the most important question. Everyone tells you what is CP and what are the benefits that you would get out of it. Only a few people mention how to get started with CP. Okay, this is the approach that I followed. These are my personal recommendations. You can follow it, or you can find some other resources on the internet. This worked for me. I hope it will work for you as well. Solve at least 50 problems on the solving section on HackerRank to get the basic understanding of problems appear on the contest. Okay, before I move on to the next point, I want to quickly ask you a question. How many of you know HackerRank? Have you ever solved problems on HackerRank? You can raise your hands so that I can interact with you. Your friends also get benefited of you. Okay, I see Irfan has raised his hand. Irfan, are you comfortable talking to me now?
Good morning, sir.
Okay, are you comfortable talking to me now?
Yes, sir.
Have you solved problems on HackerRank?
Yes, sir.
How was the difficulty level, and have you faced any difficulties?
Yes, sir. I have solved it.
Okay, I assume you know more about HackerRank.
Well, initially, I faced it, but
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Come again. I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Can you repeat, please, sir?
So, what was the difficulty? What was the difficulty? Have you faced any difficulty while solving the problem?
Yes, sir. Initially, I faced lot of trouble, sir, while solving, because it has so many test cases.
Yes, you have to part
later on, after solving consecutive problems, I had come to know that some methods are constant to use in every problem.
Okay, yeah.
So now I can easily solve any problem in Python and problem solving also.
Okay. That's great to hear, Irfan. No.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. It's not my answer. It's from one of your friends that he mentioned that he has faced a lot of difficulties while solving the problems on HackerRank. Okay, that's understandable. Everyone faces the difficulties. You are doing it for the first time, but don't take it for granted. If you're solving it for the first time, you will face difficulty only in the beginning phase of it. You will eventually improve problem solving skills, and then you will start to recognize the patterns. Once you're comfortable with problem solving, I hope you won't face any difficulties while solving problems. Well, HackerRank. Okay, I'll briefly explain how HackerRank works. How you can start problem solving on HackerRank. Okay, this is if you don't know what HackerRank is, this is how it looks, and this is the UI of HackerRank. Well, first, if you're a beginner, HackerRank has this feature for selecting the problems based on the difficulties. Let's say you are a beginner, you want to solve easy problems, you can click on easy. HackerRank filters out easy problems for you. Let's just say you want to solve problems on strings or implementation. Okay, I'll check strings. Let's just say you want to solve problems on strings. You can start solving problems on strings. Okay, I'll quickly demonstrate how you can solve problems on HackerRank. Okay, you can select any language. You can select here. HackerRank provides you the language feature. You can select any language, the language that you're comfortable with, and you can upload file from your machine, or you can even code on the website itself. And you have to pass the test cases. You have to pass the test cases that HackerRank has provided to you. Okay, I hope that's everything. And HackerRank has even has this feature for certification. Like if you have solved enough problems, they will even provide you with the certification. Like if you have solved enough problems, you'll get the certification, and you can even put that on your LinkedIn. That might help you as well. Okay, that's the demonstration of HackerRank. Okay, if you want to apply jobs from HackerRank, like every company host contest on HackerRank. You can. Okay, I see someone has turned on their video. Can you please turn off your video? Lakshmi Priya. Okay, that's fine. HackerRank has this feature for you can apply for jobs on HackerRank. Every company hosts contests on HackerRank. You can participate in their contest, and if you're able to do well in their contest, you'll get an interview call, and you will be placed based on your performance in the interview. Okay, that's the brief demonstration of HackerRank. Well, okay, we are done with the HackerRank. Start taking part in contests on CodeChef. CodeChef. Okay, when to get started with CodeChef? A lot of people get confused as to when to get started with CodeChef. Like I have a predefined approach that I followed. We'll talk about that approach later. CodeChef. Okay, before I talk about CodeChef, any of you know CodeChef before? Any of you have heard of CodeChef? I see. Okay, I do participate in contests on CodeChef. I see few people from from second years are also participating in CodeChef. I don't know, I don't remember their names, but I see few people are also participating in CodeChef. Okay. I got a message from my friend. I'm talking too fast. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so far have you understand everything I said? Did you face any difficulty? Okay, you can interact with me, like you can raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Okay, it seems no one has faced any difficulties. That's fine. We can move on. Like I asked you a question, like have you ever heard of CodeChef before? Like how many of you know CodeChef? You can raise your hand. You can raise your hands. You can interact with me. How many of you know CodeChef? Okay, that's fine. No one is even bothering about raising their hands. That's fine. CodeChef. Well, CodeChef is just like HackerRank, where if for the starters, HackerRank is the best platform to get started with, and for the intermediate programmers, I think CodeChef is the best one. Well, okay, before I'll quickly demonstrate how CodeChef works and what are the contests that CodeChef hosts every month. Okay. Okay, I'll show you how contest works. Okay, this is the long contest that's currently going on. Long contest has already started. If you want to participate in the long contest, you can, based on your rating, you can select the division you belong to, and you can start solve problems on it. The best part of CodeChef is, like, okay, I belong to Div 2. The best part of CodeChef is you can even see participants from our college. Like, you can go to the institution type, and you can type in our college name. I see there's some issue with that. If you do the filter, you'll get to see the participants from our college that are participating in the CodeChef, and you can know their ratings as well. That's, it's very important to keep track of friends' ratings as well. That gives you motivation to do problem solving. Okay, okay. If you want to, this is related to the contest related to. Okay, if you want to know the people that are participating from our college, you can click on this URL. It will take you to the. As you can see, there are few people from our college are participating in the contest as well. I think most of them are the seniors, third years and fourth years. You too can get started with computer programming in the second year itself. I'll explain the benefits of getting started early in computer programming as well. Okay, and that's pretty much with CodeChef. Okay, I don't think I should explain anything more about CodeChef. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, this long contest. CodeChef has every month. CodeChef hosts 3 contests. One of them happens to be long contest, and 2 other contests are lunchtime and cook off. You can take part in any of the contests. Well, you'll get to learn a lot in long contests, because long contests, they provide you. They start like an effective approach in problem solving. They start with basic simple questions, and they'll gradually move on to harder ones. assuming you are beginners, you can get started with long contests. You'll get to learn a lot of from long contests. You basically you'll be given 10 days of time. You can solve many problems in the 10 days of time. But short contests are the effective ways of learning problem solving is short contests. What actually happens in short contests is, you are bounded by time. You have to quickly come up with solutions and submit the solutions and pass the test cases. If you are bounded by time, that will effectively improve your problem solving skills. Like when you are appearing for the interview, most companies don't give you enough time to solve the problems. Like they give you like 1 hour or 2 hours of time, and you have to come up with solutions in like a really quick time. Short contest prepares you for that. I guess short contests would be helpful if you're preparing for the interviews. Long contests would be helpful if you're trying to improve your problem solving skills. Start taking part in short contests and Codeforces. Out of all these three, HackerRank, CodeChef, and Codeforces, I would say Codeforce is the best platform to improve your problem solving skills. Let me quickly demonstrate it to you as well. Codeforces. Codeforces. Okay, how many of you know about Codeforces? Oh, you can raise your hands if you don't know that. If you don't know, it's fine as well. Like I just want to know how many of you already know what Codeforce is on CodeChef is, so that I can interact with you. Like, do any of you know what CodeChef is or what Codeforce is? Okay, I take it as no one's responding. That's fine. Okay, Codeforce is just like CodeChef, but Codeforce, unlike CodeChef, Codeforces doesn't host long contests. Codeforces is usually meant for short contests. Codeforces has a large community of coders. You can find a lot of coders. Let me show you the number of coders from different colleges. Look at the people that are participating from from different countries. These are from different countries. You can see their country national flag as well. They are from different parts of the world. They are taking part in Codeforces. You will get to know them as well, and you will learn a lot from them as well. Okay. This is the one that shocked me. Like, one second, I'll quickly. Okay, this is the one that really shocked me when I started participating in Codeforces. You see the number of participants from our college. It's really like there are many people that take part in Codeforces. When I see this number, I felt like our students don't know about Codeforces, so I thought of sharing my knowledge with you all. Like if you see the same scenario from premium institutes, it could be IT or from any premium institute for that matter. Okay, let's just say take any premium institute, let's say IITs. As you can see the numbers, right? Okay, some numbers are low, some numbers are high. Consider the best institutes like IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi. You can see the number of people. Like you can see IIT Bhubaneswar, Varanasi, 655 people have registered on Codeforces. IIT Bombay, look at the number, 221, and IIT Delhi, 232. Like there are a lot of people that take part in Codeforces to improve problem solving skills. It's the best platform. I would recommend you everyone check out Codeforces and see if it works for you. Like if you don't believe in me, like only IT people do that, you can even no, you can even Okay, I'll show you the number of participants from WIT as well, WIT, which Vellore campus. If you don't believe in me, okay, I don't seem to find WIT Vellore. This one. Okay, you look at the participants from WIT Vellore as well. 36 participants, and everyone's what they do. They take part in contest and they take part in contest and they'll improve their ratings. Look at the number of people participating in the contest. Like I would request you all to register for an account on Codeforces and start problem solving. So this is the best part of Codeforces. Like like every other website, you will see your you will see your friends ratings as well. You'll get to see your friends ratings as well. Uh, if your friend is also taking part in contests and Codeforces, you can add them to your friends list, and you can even keep track of their ratings as well and their solutions as well. You can view their solutions and find out the mistakes you faced while solving the problems. Okay, that's basically about Codeforces. Okay, you'll get to know, you can explore this for yourself. I think I don't need to explain every part of it. Like okay, I'll talk about the contest. Like okay, every month, Codeforces organize at least 3 contests. Like you will have contests for Div1, Div2, Div2, and Div3. Div3, Div2 contest for the starters, for the beginners. Div1 contest for intermediate level programmers or expert level programmers. Okay, I assume all of you are starters, so you can start taking part in contests on Div3. Okay, you belong to Div3 category and Div2 category. You can start problems on Div2. Okay, Codeforce has also this feature called virtual participation. Virtual participation is basically like real participation, but you don't see ratings improvement. Like if you have participated in real contest, you will see the rating changes. But in virtual contest, there is no rating change. You just get the feeling of taking part in real contest. I guess that's enough. Uh, did I miss anything? Okay, this part I already explained due to an educational rounds for beginners on Codeforces and how they improve your problem solving skills. We'll move to the next slide. Okay, okay. Our margin has reached 100%. 100 participants have participated so far. Okay, do you face any difficulty while I'm talking? Okay, I'll stop for a while. Have you faced any difficulties while I'm talking? I've been talking like for a half an hour. Like at least some of you respond so that I can. So I see messages from the chat section. No, okay. No one has faced difficulties. Okay. No one has faced difficulties. It's fine. It's fine. Did you? Okay. I should ask this question at the end of the webinar. But uh, how was the content so far? Like, was that useful? Did you find it useful? I even asked the question at the end of the webinar as well. Like, how was the session? How the session has been so far? Okay. I see some replies from the students. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we completed this slide, and okay, this is the part I should be emphasizing. Like, it's not about struggling with the problem and you're not able to pass the test cases. It happens, right? Every time it happens. Not We cannot solve every problem that appear on the contest. We will be struggling. Would be struggling with few of the problems. Would be solving few of the problems. Uh, if you cannot solve problems on the contest, you can wait for the tutorials to be published. Codeforces, you can improve a lot from Codeforces. Like every time every time there is a contest, there would certainly be editorials out after the contest. You can watch the editorials and you can find out the mistakes you committed while solving the problem. Okay, I already explained this part. Codeforce has a large community of coders. You can get your doubts resolved on the platform. You can send messages to privately to the best coders, or you can even write a blog about the issue you are having, so that other people can get to know your doubt and resolve you accordingly. If you don't understand the tutorial, search for the videos on YouTube. This is the common thing that we do. If you face any difficulties with any part, like we do that on YouTube. I guess I don't need to explain this. If you still don't understand the solution, you can post the question on Stack Overflow. Okay, Stack Overflow is for developers. If you face any difficulties, like you see most of the questions are related to development. You don't see most of the questions like related to computer programming, because it's all about development. But you can even post questions on computer programming. They don't mind if you post questions on computer programming. Like you have this ask question feature on Stack Overflow. You can ask questions and you can post the question accordingly. Okay, I'll quickly show you the questions that I asked, so that you know the structure of the questions that you have to follow. Okay, this is the question like that I faced while solving a problem on Codeforces. You even have this feature called upvotes. If your question gets more upvotes, it means more people have seen your solution, more people have come across your question and got benefited out of your question. Like you would see replies from different developers. They get different ratings. Like this person has got 1,000 ratings, which means is a active participant on a Stack Overflow. You get replies from different people having different backgrounds, like 14.7K. You can assume this is like the evidence of a person from Stack Overflow, how he's contributing and how he's answering all the questions that's posted on the Stack Overflow. Okay, that's how you can get your doubts resolved. They even provide you with the right explanation. Like it's not about computer programming as well. You can post whatever question, but make sure the question makes sense. Like if that doesn't make sense, they don't answer your questions. I even got the downwards look at the downwards. It was my beginning days. I posted a question that got downwards. Look at that one. Okay, this wasn't the question. This is probably the stupidest question I've ever posted on Stack Overflow. This is the dumbest question I've ever asked. Like no one's replying me, and okay, that's fine. I don't have to explain everything. Okay, if you don't get answers from Stack Overflow, that's fine. It happens with everyone. All you have to do is post questions on Stack Overflow. You'll get your questions solved, or you will get your doubts resolved. That's how Stack Overflow works. Okay, StopStalk. I should talk about this as well. With StopStalk, how actually StopStalk works, I'll show you that as well. Okay, so far we've discussed Codeforces, CodeChef, and HackerRank, how we can solve problems on different platforms. I haven't explained about StopStalk yet. Well, StopStalk is like a tracking software. Like it keeps track of all the ratings of you on different platforms. Like you can, let's just say I participated in different contests. This line belongs to CodeChef long contest, and I participated only few contests on cook-off and lunchtime, and Codeforces. Majority of the contests I took part in Codeforces. You can this is the graphical representation of your performance and your ratings. StopStalk has this feature, and you can even solve problems. You can even see your day-to-day performance, like how many problems you have solved on each day and the number of wrong submissions. And this is basically it. The topics that you solve problems on. This explains you everything. like how you can take part in contests, how's your performance so far. Okay, StopStalk has this feature to add friends as well. Like okay, this is my friend from my section. If if he's able to solve the problem that I'm not able to solve in the contest, I can watch his solution as well. Like okay, I'll quickly demonstrate that to you. I can go and click on his name here, and I'll find the submissions of him. It seems to have opened different thing. As you can see, the number of submissions he's made so far, and let's just say I want to show the problems he solved on a certain date. You can see the problems he solved. You can see the problems he solved, the difficulty of the problem he's chosen, and everything you'll get to know. They even have this feature to view solution. Okay, let's just demonstrate. Okay. Oh, I see Codeforces. CodeChef has a January contest going on. Long contest is going on, so that we cannot view solutions on CodeChef now. Yes, I see a question. Oh, so thank you, Mahima Eradasari. Sorry if I said that wrong. Thank you. That's what I thought about. Like the session should be helpful to everyone. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. Okay. I've explained about StopStalk. Okay, this is like it's like the most important part of starting with computer programming. Like why do you have to do that? The first question, like the very common question that we get when we start with every task. Why do you have to do that? What's the result that we get out of it? Let's just say I did it. What's the result that I would get out of it? um, you don't have to worry about doing problem solving. Like if you solve more problems, you will get to see patterns, and you will eventually improve your problem solving skills. uh, this is the best platform to to demonstrate your problem solving skills. Like Google Kickstart. Well, I'll brief you about Google Kickstart. Google Kickstart is every year Google conducts a coding competition for starters, for students. Anyone can take part in that. Majority of them would be students. Only students from majority of them people that take part in Google Kickstart are students, so that they get benefited. Okay, I haven't signed in. Okay, so this is the reminder. If there is a contest, you can subscribe to their to their to their contest. So every time there is a contest, you will get update. You will receive a notification from Google Kickstart. Like let me show you the past contests that have been hosted on Google Kickstart. Like okay, if you have solved problems on Google Kickstart, you will get improve your problem solving skills. That's the basic part. And if you participate on Code Jam, like Code Jam, you'll receive goodies from Google. Like you will receive Google T-shirts. If you have qualified for World Finals, uh, you will receive Google T-shirt, and from and other goodies as well. The best part of participating in contests like this is you get an interview call from Google. Like it's like a dream for everyone, right? I want to work for a yeah, that depends on skill. That depends on skill. Okay, I will explain you. I'll take a Q&A session. I'll take a Q&A session in the last 15 minutes. I'll explain you everything. Like Google Code Jam. Google Code Jam is conducted every year, and people from different universities come and participate in the Code Jam. Okay. So what am I supposed to talk now? That's basically it. You can explore it for yourself. I guess I provided the resources. You can explore it for yourself, like how competitive programming helps and how CodeJam works. That's basically it. Okay, I explain. Okay, this is I explain. I'm talking. I was talking about this. Like, top performers will be called for an interview. Like, if you participated well on their contest, you'll definitely get an interview call from Google, and they will schedule an interview, and they will select you based on the performance in the interview. So this is the best part, right? We should get the call first. Like, we can demonstrate our problem solving skills after the call. The first part of an interview is to get a call. I hope this helps you in getting a call. Roadmap to computer programming. Okay, this is a computer programming. This is a PDF that I used. Like, you know, okay, this PDF explains everything you need to know while solving problems. So, are you able to see that? I actually zoomed in quite a bit. Okay, if you don't see the PDF, don't think that I'm not able to see it. Can I see a question? Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that optimization and submission as well. We'll talk about that. We'll have a Q&A session in the last 15 minutes. We'll talk about that as well. Optimization and things like that. Okay, I don't see a lot of you are able to see the PDF. Okay, I'll share the links. I'll share the PPT slides so that you can see the slides for yourself. Okay, so far we discussed the importance, the significance of doing competitive programming, and what are the resources to learn it. These are the resources that I found helpful. These are my personal recommendations. I even mentioned in the disclaimer, these are my personal recommendations. If you got better resources than this you can ignore this. I want to mention it beforehand. Like, if you got better resources than this, you're absolutely, you know, you're absolutely free to skip this part. Like, you don't have to follow my structure. This is how I learned algorithms and time complexity. You can watch his YouTube playlist. This explains everything in greater detail. You'll get to know you'll get to know a lot about time complexities and space complexity of solution. Okay, this is the website that I followed to learn about complexity and time complexity and space complexity, things like that. Top Coder, you know, they have great articles on competitive programming. You can check that out for yourself. They explain in detail about time complexity, how solution works, and what is the time. Sorry, let's see a message. Okay. Let's see the message. Okay, my friend will be covering about time complexity and space complexity. Just to let you know, guys, how sorry sorry how just to let you know, guys, just to let you guys know how time complexity and space complexity. I provided links to that. You can click on the links. I'll share the everything after the webinar. Give me a second. Okay. Data structures and algorithms. This is the most important part of learning competitive programming. You completed the first part of competitive programming, which means you should be knowing time and space complexity of solution. You already completed that part. And data structures and algorithms. Okay, this is the website that I followed to learn competitive programming. To solve data structure algorithms. You see, you can look at the sections they provided. Data structures that you have to do. Okay, this is helpful. Like, I assume you have a course on data structures in your second year first semester, right? You are in second year first semester. You have a course on data structures as well. Some you see some problems related to data structures as well. Okay, I'll quickly show you the graph problems. Graphs. Okay, Assume your SOR has already taught breadth first search and depth first search. You can even learn breadth first search and depth first search from this website as well. You can solve different problems related to graphs and other websites. The problem about this is okay, I'll ask a question like, what is the language that you use to implement data structures? What is the language that you use to implement data structures? Is that Python or Java? The question. Java. Okay. Fine. You all use Java to implement data structures. Okay. The problem with this is you find implementation of data structures only in C++. You don't have to worry about that. C++ is more like Java. Only the class implementation part differs. You can easily find the distinction between Java and C++. You don't have to worry about that part as well. Okay, if you do find these implementations to be tough or hard, you can find the implementation of the corresponding algorithm Geeks for Geeks. Like Geeks for Geeks is the galaxy of problem solving, the galaxy of solutions. You can find literally everything on Geeks for Geeks. You can find the implementation of the corresponding algorithm in your favorite language on Geeks for Geeks. I hope that clears up how we should see the solution of it in different language. Okay, sorry, Abdul Bari, can you please turn off your video? Okay, that's fine. Watch the following YouTube video to know more resources. This is a video that explains everything about the resources that he's followed. He's a nice guy. He's a 6-star coder on CodeChef and a candidate master on Codeforces. He will explain everything.
They should solve problems using disjoint set, which is offline queries.
Okay. I'll stop the video. You can explore it for yourself. You can watch it for yourself. Okay, and then so far so good. Like we were only talking about competitive programming. I even saw the decrement in number of participants. Okay, that's fine. It usually happens in every call, in every session. If you're into competitive programming, you can get started. If you're not into competitive programming, you can get started with development. At the end of the day, we are developers, right? We all want to build software. We may not be doing competitive programming all through the life. Like we should get started with development as soon as we think we are good with competitive programming. I have developer paths that I followed. Like I belong to web domain. I want to become a web developer. That's why I have shared web development resources. So if you want to work with the UI part, like you want to. Okay, I see a question there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this image explains everything you need to know about front end. How you can design web applications, what are the resources to learn it. What are the paths that you have to follow to learn front end web development. You can check it out for yourself. I'll close that. Backend development. Backend involves interaction with server. How you need to backend involves how to interaction with server. How you need to push code into the how you need to push data into the database and things like that. As you can see, this document explains you pretty much everything about web application. How you can get started with. You should learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and UI frameworks, and the backend part as well. How we can get started with Java. How we can use Java to interact with the database, and how we can integrate with the front end. And you can use Python, PHP. Okay, this is fine. You can check it out for yourself, and you will find out the reason. Okay, this is the framework. Java has this framework called Spring to create web applications. Python has this framework called Django, and all other languages have their own frameworks and databases and API. Okay, this seems a bit advanced. And GSoC, I should actually talk about GSoC as well. GSoC, if you're not into competitive programming, you can do this. Like if you're problem solving, you will not find time to do all this. Like, take one part of it, explore it to the fullest. That's what I would recommend. Well, I'll explain GSoC as well. Well, GSoC is a program exclusively for students. Google organizes GSoC every year to, students can take part in open source projects. They can contribute their ideas to the company they've chosen. So I'll explain how GSoC works. First, we should we should be approaching the company that you want to work for, and the company proposes a project to Google, and Google every year conducts Google selects the companies based on the projects, and if the company you have applied for is selected, then you are good. They will get you on board, and you will start contributing to their code base. And the best part of Google GSoC is you'll get to interact with a lot of people, from the company you're working for, and from different company as well. And you even get the money from Google. Like, as far as I know, you get around 1.5 L to 2 lakhs from GSoC. Okay, that explains GSoC. Okay, if you don't understand how GSoC works, you can do a quick Google search. You can do a YouTube search. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, okay, I'll wrap it up with one question, and then my friend YouTube and my friend Rupesh will take over. Okay, if you don't believe in me, if you think that I'm doing some marketing strategies to get you all into computer programming, I'll show the real coders from colleges, just like us, from tier 3 colleges, and they're able to get into product based companies. Okay, I'll show you. I'll open LinkedIn. Okay, this was the guy I was talking about. You even find him on the video I mentioned on the slides. This is the guy I was talking about. Like, he's not from a not reputed college like IIT and IIT or Triple. He even mentioned that on the headline. You can see that from the headline. This guy has, this guy is a finite master at Codeforces and 6-star coder at CodeChef. Look at the accomplishments he's made. Look at where he is now. Okay, I'm not promoting competitive programming. I'm not even saying that you can only get into product-based companies by only solving problems, by only doing competitive programming. There are other ways as well, but competitive programming happens to be one of the best ways to get attention. Okay. Okay, I'll show you another guy as well. This guy has also performed, has taken part in Google programs. Look at the accomplishments he's made, and he even got certification from CodeChef. Like, you don't have to worry about all this if you don't get. Even I too don't have any certification from CodeChef. That's fine. That's fine. Not everyone can get that. Look at the competitions he's participated in. He's mentioned everything on his LinkedIn profile. I'll show you one Telugu guy, like from Andhra. This guy is working for Google, and he's I don't know, he works for HackerRank as well. I'm sorry, you can find his Quora account. You can search Anudup Nekkanti. He's from Vizag, and he's currently working at Google. You know what made him join Google? Like, he's participated in a lot of contests. He even got qualified for the ICPC World Finals. If you don't know about ICPC, I too have never participated in ICPC. I barely know about ICPC. You can Google it for yourself, and you'll get to know. You'll find a lot of articles on Google. I too have never participated in ICPC. I don't know anything about that as well. But if you're into computer programming, ICPC is the best platform to best demonstrate your skills. And this was the part I missed. do update your LinkedIn profile frequently. What actually happens is, if you're applying for off-campus placements, a lot of you will be applying for off-campus placements, because most product-based companies don't visit our college. If you want to work for product-based companies, you should have your LinkedIn profile updated every time. Like whatever the accomplishment you made, like put it on the LinkedIn. They, uh, you never know who may look at your LinkedIn profile. I trust me on this. A lot of recruiters find candidates on the LinkedIn. It's an easy process, right? They don't have to go to the college every time to pick up the best candidates. Like they can do a quickly LinkedIn search based on the headline, and if your profile gets picked, then you'll be called for an interview. That's the best part. Make sure you're connected with our college alumni. Oh, this is, I should explain this as well. The connection with the college alumni is one of the best ways. Like, okay, sure, okay, let's just say you want to work for Amazon. You can go to the all filter section. You can click on that, and you can type in our college name. You can type in our college name, and you can do the filter part. Like Amazon, you want to find employees from Amazon. Sorry, that. One second, give me a minute. Okay. There's some. It seems to be some issue with the. Oh God. Should not click this. I should. Okay. Here you go. We got the people from Amazon working. Sorry, you see people from Amazon from graduated from our college. You can connect to them on LinkedIn. You can even ask questions on how's the interview process look like. How does the interview process look like? So what do you want me to do to get into the company you're working for? They will be helpful. Like I even approached a few of our seniors, and I didn't have any issues with them. They would be helpful. They would definitely help you. Uh, there are people from our college that are already working at a premium, that are already working for a premium company, that will help you. Okay, I guess that's pretty much it. Okay, so far, do you have any doubts? Like, you have any doubts? You can unmute yourself and ask doubts related to anything about computer programming. And the last 10 minutes, my friend Rupesh would be taking over, and he will be explaining the execution times of C++, Python, and Java. Any doubts? Any doubts? Like, you can interact with me. It's no wonder that we all have doubts, right? We all have doubts. Do you have any doubts? Like, I'm asking the same question again and again. Okay. You don't have any doubts. It's fine. Hope you found the session helpful. Start. Okay. There's a question from one of the students. When did you start? Like, there is no starting time as such. Like, when did you start? I I basically got to know about that in second semester, in the second year, second semester. It was a bit late though. Like a lot of people all have already been doing competitive programming. They're already good at competitive programming. Like there's no time as such. You can get started at any point of time. All you got to do is stay consistent. Like if you're consistent, you can improve. You yourself realize that how far you got at competitive programming and how good you become at competitive programming. Look, I'm not the best coder. I too am improving my skills. I mean, please don't judge me. Like, I don't know. Please don't judge me. I'm also improving my competitive programming skills. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I see one of the questions from students. One of the questions. I start only HackerRank. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I would recommend starting with HackerRank. Like HackerRank is it's a great website to get started with. Like it doesn't have hard problems. Like if you solve problems on CodeChef and Codeforces, they're probably tough. Like you will have a hard time solving them. Oh, I even explained the approach, right, that I followed. If you haven't gone through that, I even explained the problem. Like, okay, this is the approach that I followed. Solve at least 50 problems on the problem section, and you're good to go. Like if you solve problems on HackerRank, 50 problems on in the implementation section, but don't solve easy problems. Like you you will get to learn only a few things from easy problems, but if you solve medium problems, you'll get to learn a lot. And then you can start with CodeChef, uh, and then you can gradually move on to Codeforces. CodeChef is also the best platform, one of the best platforms. So okay, January contest is going on. If you think you can, if you think you have the skills to participate in CodeChef, you can take part in CodeChef contest as well. So the reason why I'm explaining this to you all is, competitive programming ratings do play an important role on your resume. Some people may claim that who cares about your ratings? Like, okay, let's just not worry about the ratings. The exposure, the experience that you would get of problem solving is plays an important role. Like even in the interviews, you are bounded by time. You will be given 40 minutes to 45 minutes of time, and you have to come up with a solution and the optimal solution. There you will find your competitive programming skills useful, and competitive programming skills help you get through the interview easily. Okay, that's pretty much everything I needed to cover. So for any doubts, okay, here's a good question though. How many of you take part in contests? Like, how many of you take part in contests? You can raise your hands. You can raise your hands. How many of you take part in contests, coding contests? Irfan, okay, that's a good sign. Irfan, that's a good sign. You are participating. You're already taking part in contests. That's a good sign. You'll probably improve your problem solving skills by the time you enter your third year. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's a good thing. Okay, I see only one person participating in the contest. That's a bit low for. I would recommend everyone. Not if you're not into that, don't do that. Like it's just it's just like a habit. If you like it, you do it, and if you don't like it, don't even think of doing that. It's not the case. Many people find competitive programming to be bit frustrating because you cannot come up with a solution every time in a quick amount of time, right? That's why they find it frustrating. Hope you all participate in the contests. I even explained the benefits of participating in contests, right? Okay, that's a webinar, and my friend would be taking over. Rupesh?
Yes, Naveen, is my voice audible?
Yes, your voice is audible.
Yeah, now I will be stopping your screen sharing, and then I will be sharing my screen.
Okay, he will share the screen.
Yeah, hello everyone, this is Rupesh and I am from third year CSE C section. And so just my session will be in just to 10 to 20 minutes, that's all. So yeah, so I request all of you to make the session, let's be interactive, such that so we'll be gaining the more knowledge. Yeah, can I please know? So I have been recently known that um, so for us curriculum in SVEC 16 regulations, we have subjects such as C programming, C++ programming, Python, and Java. Then I had noted in the recent curriculum for you, which you guys are facing, so you have only the programming languages, Python and Java. Yeah, it's cool. And then yeah, can I please know which of the programming languages have you felt easier? You have done through both Java and Python, right? So which of the programming languages is VC for you? Yeah, can you please do it in the text box? Okay, yeah. So 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 many of the students suggest that the the programming language Python is useful for us to do in competitive programming. Yes. So what the thing is, so it is been good for doing the programming. Yes, so the syntax is just simple, and then it is very easy to implement. So when we have been doing in the competitive programming, so we'll be suggesting the languages such as C++ and Java. And why not Python? So the Python is very easy to be implemented, and the syntax is simple than the Java and C++. So why Rupesh are you been specifying regarding doing the competitive programming for only Java and C++? What the reason is? So when we have been doing the Python, so if we see that, yes, so the three languages Python, Java, and C++ have the object-oriented features, but where the difference comes is from the where the difference comes is from the choosing of the programming language, that is Java, C++, and Python. And then if we see Java and Python, so Python is fully an interpreted language, and Java is both compiled language and interpreted language. So both Java and Python has the features of object oriented programming, and C++ also have. And then why, so not me suggesting, and then so actually if we see in the YouTube, so Google quick start rounds as specified by Naveen in the previous session. So many of the people who have been doing the competitive programming select C++ because so it has the object oriented features, and then the time complexity of the program which we write in the C++ compared to the time complexity of the program which we will be writing in the Java, and so not Java, in Python is very less, because so it will be interpreting each and every line. So when we have been doing the programming in Python, and it's not in the case of C++. So if we see that every language has advantages as well as disadvantages, right? So C++ also have advantages and disadvantages, and as well as Python also have advantages and disadvantages. So in the case of C++, so and in the case of Python, why we have been selecting the C++ language for the competitive programming? Yeah, here I will be showing the reason. So now when you have been solving the programming language, when you will be solving the programming in the such as the platforms like HackerRank and HackerRank, and so you'll be just finding the small problems, and when you go to the placements, right? So if they give the problem, and then if everybody will be doing the same answers, and then there'll be a tie, right? So the company people will be setting, so it's the time complexity they will be setting. So in this much seconds, so this is the time limit that they will be setting. And so if all the test cases pass it by the program that the student or the person who has been written, so all the test cases should be passed in this much amount of time. And so if we not pass in this much amount of time, and some of the test cases might not be passed. And then the space complexity of the program, and then the space complexity is being same in both the Python, Java, and the C++. But while coming to the C++ and Python, so as the Python is interpreted language, the runtime execution is very slow than compared to the C++. So C++ is a compiled language, and then if we do any error, if we're doing in the integrated development environment such as Eclipse, we'll be doing the Python, right? So which you have been practiced in the the first years in your lab, and then it will be showing the errors in the left side of your code while you have. Yeah, if we doing the program in the C or C++ language, it will not be interpreted. So will be useful. It will be so we can find the error only of the end of. So when we will be run the program, so it will be find the error. So that's what it makes the difference. So here in the C++, every line will not be interpreted, and then in the Python, every line will be interpreted. There is where the program execution takes more time. Yeah, give me 1 second of time. I am facing small network issue. Yeah, can you anyone make sure that is my voice audible now, Naveen?
Yeah, your voice is audible, Rupesh.
Yeah, okay, thanks for clarifying. Yes, can. So while we have been, so just I would like to show you an example of any program. So just if we take any program while solving, so we will be getting the options such as me selecting of that programming language like C, C++, Java, and then so while we have been doing the programming language, and in the interview, sorry, when in the placement test, so many of the students so will be suffering with the less time complexity. So due to the Naveen, is my voice audible now?
Oh, yeah, yes, your voice is audible. Your voice is audible.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So yeah, now we'll be doing this session. Yeah, as we said, right? So when we have been learning the programming language as the Naveen specified, so while we have, so first the first step just we'll be learning the syntax, right? So many of us think that doing the problems in HackerRank only may get us to the placements. So, but it should be, yeah, as apart from me, it is wrong. And then when we have been doing a problem, we must check whether the so I think you do not have the subject that is design and analysis of algorithms right now. And then you will be getting it in the next semester, and then there you will know how to find the complexity of a program, such as time complexity and the space complexity. And then so while writing a program, so not only we should be seeing on the input and output, and whether our program is being satisfied to only the sample input and output, and then also we should be checking to the how much the time limit that they have been giving for the program to execute, and then what is the space complexity, that is how much the memory only the program should be there. Yes, these factors the program should be implemented. Yeah, so as of the Naveen's part, so just I want to add in keynote, and then for not for the ones who has been doing programming for the months, then who are the one who have been just or the beginners or the basic ones to do the programming, and then so just if we take there are different subdomains, right? Introduction, strings, data structures, object oriented exception handling, and the advanced programming. And then if we see that, so if we take a programming language such as Java, we have the so we have the topics such as operators, variables, and then looping statements and decision statements. And then so if we take the example of the decision making statement, that is as if just we have been taking the example, and then if we been seeing HackerRank problems not only in HackerRank, and then if we want to be expertise in that programming language, we should be broaden up our language by practicing or so if we just in a programming language there be subdomains, right? So introduction, variables and operators and decision making and looping. So and then we should be doing in each and every, we should be doing in each and every programming language. So sorry, each and every coding platform, so that in order to get the expertise. And then so if we will be getting the different programs, so different programs of that of the decision making statements in the different coding platforms, and that so that we will be getting expertise. Yes, if you have any doubts regarding my topic, you can please express it in the chat box, or you can directly ask me. Yeah, do you have any doubts? Yeah, I have another suggestion to you. So while you have been doing the program, so most of us we've been using to do the programming by using the for loops, and then and that is the place where the so we'll be using the multiple loops, right? So that is called the nested loops. So that is where the time complexity of the program will be increasing. So this is the concept where you will be learning in the next semester, that is in the design and analysis of algorithms. So that without using the for loops, and then the necessary conditions where we will be doing the for loop, if we use the while loop, such that it will be more advantage for us. Yeah, if you have gotten question, there much difference between the C++ and the Java execution time. Yeah. So here now I'll be saying the difference between the C++ and the Java execution time. Yeah, so I have said, right, there is the difference between so not the difference, there is an advantage and the disadvantage of the programming, any programming language, right? So if we take in the case of the Java and C++, so both are so both are having the object oriented features. I agree, but C++ isn't compiled language, whereas the Java is both the interpreted language. So it will be compiling and it will be interpreting, such as we'll be doing in the Python. So as it will be interpreting in the each and every line. So if there is much difference between C++ and Java, so there will be no much difference between C++ and Java. And then what the difference between C++ and Java, in the execution time it will be as same. So it makes in lots of difference while executing in the Python versus Java and C++, it will be making in more difference. So while we have been executing in project, so if we take the example of in project, while if we've been executing the project in the C++, and then if you have been executed that, it will be created in Java, it will be created in class file, right? So output will be stored in that, so that as the Java is platform independent, so it can be traveled to anywhere in the world and then it will be executed. But as we have been coming to the C++, so in the Java here it is being converted into the form of the bytecode, and then the C++, the output will be converted into form of the object file, and that object file will be so in Java I have said that it is being in the class file, and C++ in the object file, right? So in the programming languages such as C and C++, and most of the developers do not prefer, because then while they have been executing the project, and then we have been giving the project output to the client, and then in the same operating system and the same processor only the C++ and Java, the C++ and the C programs execute, but it is not in the case of Java program. So Java and Python, so it will be creating the dot class file, and Python will be creating the dot py file, and then both are the platform independent files. Yeah. Apart from this, or there are any doubts? So apart from C++ and Java, in the Java we do not have the distracted concept, right? Yeah, it's your choice. So when you are been doing the competitive have been means we should shift to the language to C++ for competitive programming. Yeah, it's your choice whether to shift for C++, Java or Python, and any programming language which you have been selected. So make sure that the code you have been written in that takes the less time complexity, means that it will be taking the less time to execute. Yes, if we take the difference between Python and C++, if you want to select in the placements round, so I would like to suggest you to take the C++ because its execution time is faster than that of the Python. And if you have the option to take C++ or Java, so I would like to request you to take any of that. So as there is the garbage collection in the Java without the destructor concept, and then it is preferable for you to take the Java. So is there any other questions? Yeah. You can post in the chat box or you can ask directly.
Sukesh, if you are finished with your part, I forgot one thing. I'll quickly add that.
Yes, Naveen.
Can I share the screen?
Yeah, if there is no doubts to the students there, and you can share the screen. Yeah, is there any doubts? And then I will be completing my part, and then Naveen will be continuing his part.
Any students? So any doubts so far?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank you, Naveen, for giving the opportunities to say the importance of selection of the programming language by doing competitive programming.
Thanks, Rupesh. It's my pleasure. Okay, I'll start sharing the screen now. Okay, I explained the whole part of it. I forgot to explain the last part of it. Like, you know, this was the one I talking about. What we're gonna do as a coding club. Sorry, I see a lot of decrement in the last 15 minutes. Okay, that's fine. You can share the same information on WhatsApp group as well. What we're gonna do as a coding club. We thought of forming a coding club. Like I and four of my friends are will be the members of coding club, and we will be hosting contests on HackerRank every month. We try to organize at least one contest on HackerRank, and we're going to be setting the problems on our own. And we'll be doing that. We're going to be setting the problems on our own, and we'll provide solutions for the problems in Python and Java. And contest timings will be informed 2 days. So this is part of the CETA Act. You know, you're probably familiar with CETA. You know, the association we have for computer science engineers. This is part of the CETA, and consistent top performers. I mean, the top performers will get the chance to be part of the club, and you can interact with us. You can learn. You know, we can share the resources that we use with you all. I guess this is the contest we are planning to organize. Hope you all like it. You all take part in contest. Okay. About the execution time and thing, he is right. C++ does have a lower execution time, but for the interviews, you don't have to worry about any programming language. Every programming language works. Like if you're writing a program, you will face only difficulties while submitting the problems. Like C++ does have an execution time limit. If you do a Google search, like C++, Java, Python, sorry, execution time limit differences. Okay, this is not related to computer programming. Okay, I see some hand raise. Will unmute you. Okay, who raised his hand? Sorry, his or her hand? I don't see no one has raised hand. Okay, this is the standard approach that we follow in computer programming. You know, this is the timetable, the time complexity chart that we use to come up with the solution in computer programming. Look at this. These are the optimizations that I was talking about. In C++, we can use uh, uh, you can use, if you are familiar with C++, we do a lot of optimizations in taking in input and taking output. In Java, we use buffered reader. You know, that's kind of the fastest class in reading the input, and you can go through this. As far as the execution time is concerned, as far as I know, If C++ solution works in a second, Java takes at least 3 seconds to execute the same algorithm, and Python takes as high as 5 seconds. There is a drastic difference between the execution times, but as far as the language is concerned, you can start with any language, but eventually you will face difficulties with, as mentioned by Rupesh, and so eventually you will face difficulties with Java and Python. Like no, I say that question. Okay. You can you can start with Java or Python as well. Like if you're doing projects, Java and Python works. If you're coding in, if you're doing computer programming, I guess C++ would work. But you don't have to be picky over the thing that which language you have to choose. But a lot of people struggle, selecting the language. Just get started with one programming language and get master of it. That's what I would recommend. I don't know your views on it. That's what I would recommend. Get started with one programming language. If you want to work on the, if you want to, if you want to develop projects in the programming language, you can get started with Python or Java. But if you're only focusing on the competitive programming part, I think C++ is the best language to get started with. Even if you start with Python or Java, in the beginning phases you wouldn't find it much difficult. But when you eventually you solve more problems, you would see a time difference, execution time difference. Uh, I'd like to tell you one thing from my personal experience as well. I see a lot of coders, the best coders from Codeforces. They code in Java, like they submit solutions in Java, and they move to C++ just because of the reason they cannot get the solution in Java, pass the test cases. You know the difference between, but you don't have to worry about that execution time limit. We're all doing this for learning, right? No one can come up with a solution that can execute in like a fraction of seconds. That's not even possible. Like you, you can what I would recommend you is uh, go with Java. If you're doing with computer programming, you can go with Python as well. It's not that big of a deal. So that's pretty much it. So I have to answer another question as well. You don't have to switch to different language. If you're comfortable with one language, stick to it. Like get master of it. I see one person do question on shift to another language for CP. If you're already familiar with C++, you don't have to switch to another language. And that's what I wanted to answer. So any questions so far? I think I can. Is the part clear? Like we're hosting a contest on HackerRank. That part is clear. Oh, where's my slide? Okay. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Hope we are close to the end of the webinar. Any questions so far? I'd like to answer some questions. If you have any questions, then I can answer. If there are no questions, we can wrap up the webinar. Hope you all like it. Okay, this thing I should be focusing on. We conduct contests on HackerRank, and do you mind if we conduct a contest on Sundays? Like we'll be sharing the link to the problem solving contest, and also will be sharing the link to the contest, and you can click on the link and you can start solving problems. Does that work for you? I hope the question is clear. Do you want me to explain the question again? Okay. I want to know the timings of the contest. Like when you are comfortable, we can come to know. We can set the contest accordingly. We can set up the contest accordingly. No one's responding. That's fine. All of you might have left. Do you have any doubts? Like any doubts? I would appreciate any answer. Any doubts? It's better at night. Okay. We'll do that. We'll take that into consideration. It's better at night. Okay, sir. Okay, Irfan. I think I don't know if all of you will be okay with it. It's better at nights. I see. Okay. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about that later. Many times. Okay, I'm getting a different opinions from different people. Okay, we'll do that. We'll take care of that later. That's not the point of concern. First, we thought of conducting a webinar and we are done with the webinar. Okay. Did Sal mention about coding ninjas yesterday? Yesterday, I wasn't the person that explained you. It was one of your faculties. Did Sal mention about coding ninjas? Sorry, I don't see any answers. Did Sal mention about coding ninjas? Well, he was okay. I see some answers. Okay, yes, we have an association with Coding Ninjas. You can get free courses from Coding Ninjas as well. They will be organizing a contest probably from the next Sunday. You can take part in the contest as well. And they will be offering even free courses, on different domains like data structures of development. They will be offering courses as well. Just to let you guys know, if you don't know about Coding Ninjas, you can Google it and you can view the website for yourself. Okay, that's basically everything I explained you. Okay.
Yes, Naveen. So I would like to add in point to them at the last.
Okay.
Yeah. We have got a question, right? So actually have learned Python, and then if you want to shift the language
Okay.
C++ for competitive programming. So any programming language, so you can do for the competitive programming. So make sure that your code does not exceed the time limit set by the platform which you have been doing the programming. So that's my answer.
Okay.
So in the normal cases you will be getting executed, but in the coding contest which have been set by the different other platforms, so you'll be getting an error such as time limit excluded
Exceeded.
exceeded time limit exceeded, such that in order to not to face that such type of problem, so developers or the students who have been doing in the quick start rounds and winning that will not be suggesting the C++ language to do the programming while participating in the contests.
Okay, everyone. And I hope all covered. Okay, I got a question from Irfan that he was talking about the optimization. Irfan, you don't have to worry about the optimization as of now. You can, you just get started with the basic part, like you solve problems on arrays and strings. You get to the optimization part later. Like, you have a course on design analysis algorithms in your second semester. If you do want to learn all those optimization techniques, I mentioned CP algorithms. Like, this was the website I was talking about. CP algorithms, like, CP algorithm. This is by far the best website that a lot of competitive programmers follow to learn competitive programming programs. If you don't believe in me, like, you do a quick YouTube search, you will find a ton of people mentioning about CP algorithms. This is by far the best website that's used across all the competitive programming communities. You even find the optimization problems here. I feel it's a bit difficult for secondary first semester student to understand all the competitive programming optimization techniques. Okay, if you crave for learning, if you want to learn things, I cannot stop you from doing that. You can learn all the techniques. Okay, I hope that answered your question, Irfan. Okay. Any questions related to competitive programming? Any questions? We are close to ending the webinar. We can wrap up the webinar. Any questions? Okay, do take part in contests. So that's what I would recommend. Even I to take part in contests. You don't have to be like, you don't have to worry about your ratings initially. You have to worry about the first thing that we should be worrying about is whether or not we are able to get our solutions passed, get the get pass all the test cases. We should be good at problem solving, and then we can worry about ratings. Yes, that's answer from my end.
Thank you everyone for the second year students who have attended the webinar with lots of patience. Hope you have find it useful, and thank you. We are wrapping up the session now.
Okay, 1 minute, Rupesh. I have a question from Irfan. Okay, notification from the contest. Irfan will be notifying you of the contest. Even I too don't have a particular time. Like we have a placement training session coming up. We'll be notifying you. We'll conduct it as far as as soon as we can. We'll be notifying you. Definitely, we'll be doing at least one contest every month as specified on the slide. You don't have to worry about the contest timings as well. We'll notify you for all the events. Hope you all like the contest and you will get some experience of learning problems. Okay, that answers your question. Okay, we can wrap up the webinar. I don't see any questions from students. We can wrap up the webinar, Rupesh.
Yeah, I think there is a question from.
Any questions? Any questions?
Yeah, some of the students are preferring the contests every week. Yeah, we will discuss with the concerned faculty and then we will be planning the contests.
Okay. We're actually, as far as as far as the contests are concerned, we're actually a team of 5. I picked the five best coders from CodeChef, and we're organizing the contest. They may not be able to come on live and explain you whole thing, and I will. Okay, I will be the representative of the contest. Okay, that answers your question. I don't think